Welcome to Gainesville, Florida, the swamp, where they say only Gators get out alive. And that seems to be even more true if it's under the lights. And that's where Florida is for this opener at Ben Hill Griffin Stadium as Florida will christen a new season tonight. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the California Golden Bears, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Florida Gators. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Golden Bears will kick it away to start us off. And here's the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. And now on second down for this offense. Give to the running back. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
This guy's got a lot of tools in his toolbox, toting the rock, man. He showed you right there. And when I think back to Florida running backs, Emmitt Smith, all-time great. But a guy I played with in Gainesville, Fred Taylor. He was so big, but so fast for a guy his size. He just caused so many problems for the defenses we face. And I think in the SEC today, you have got to be able to run the football if you're going to win games. And this guy right here, he's going to give the Gators a chance.
The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside give. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game one, but you're going to get...
Deep shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Florida. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. That is a great way to set the tone not only for the game, but for a season.
Everyone's got high hopes. Everybody wants to win a championship. Everybody wants to do big things. But to come out and do it on the first drive, you talk about building some confidence, starting your season off with a bang.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Leaves it with the back. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make and seize momentum.
From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Little too much juice on that one from the junior.
Nice job in coverage on that 3rd and short, defensively taking all the throws and options away from the quarterback, and now we're setting up 4th down.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And this kick will be marked down just inside the 45-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react.
He's off to the races. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Finds his big tight end. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
Yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they cell block for a second, and then they run open, and
makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Gators!
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this 1st half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Old Dominion went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters there in that 4th quarter. Total destruction by the Monarchs in a statement win if there ever was one. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling.
Makes the catch down the right side. Open runway ahead. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Golden Bears!
And this offense gets on the board, and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Give to the back. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. Couldn't stop the offense from picking up that 1st down on that one play.
To the ground with the back. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win. And if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job.
Just destroying his way through the field. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Gators are on the move. Off-play action on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Loses 2. Brings up third down.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left. Makes a connection. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Just beautiful, and that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw. It keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously, not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this, way better than having to trot off over to the bench and wait for your turn to get...
Got enough space, and he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Florida! Ready to try the point after. You have to wonder what the defense was thinking there. I mean, he just gassed them all by himself.
Boy, and you think quarterback runs sometimes, but you can't think about it all the time. You got misdirection. There's so many things to look at. The quarterback can throw it, but when you got an athlete behind center that can do that, it's just frustrating. Too many things to try to stop.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. First down for this offense. The give to the back. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They feed him again. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. And the Golden Bears in the hurry up. Out of the shotgun on third down. Dumps it to the back. Firing to the right, complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting first progression.
He'll try the left side. Still on his feet at the 45. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. The Golden Bears have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll take a shot. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. While the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint, the Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, you ain't worried about me, but you're going to worry about me today and on the field, and I can make a statement and prove to some of the true blue bloods in the Big Ten.
I just love the stylistic matchup in this one, too, right? You think about the Big Ten running the football, defense, physical, and then Big 12, wide open, up-tempo, air raid offense. This one's going to be fun.
Looking to throw on third. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do, they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Trying to get behind the defense. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page on that last play. Timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing to the perimeter of the field, and they just didn't have it there.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the ball is picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. That was not a great throw. Might even call it ungood. Tried to put some air under it and just made it too easy.
I don't think the quarterback had a lot of confidence in where he was going with that football, Reese. I mean, that's a ball that needed to get there so much sooner. You got to put a little bit more mustard on that throw, and just lobbing the ball down the field like that, I don't know. You're asking for an interception.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Power football with the run. Jukes his way for more. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They've picked up 10 and give him a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Davis. Makes the catch and knocked down.
You just got to get this guy going in the offense. You got to hand it off to him. You got to throw it to him, too, on all different types of downs. I love it on 1st down here. Just getting him the ball in the passing game, let him make something happen and set up 2nd and short.
Got his man quickly. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the 1st down.
They pick up the 1st down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this 1st down.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys playing with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Unloads to the right. Got him downfield. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Cal! Man, did he show some hops for that one.
Some serious vertical right there. I tell you what, everybody in front of you, hey, I'll go by air if I need to. Good job getting in the air, getting a touchdown.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. He'll call for the fair catch here. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw it. Makes his connection. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Looking to go up top on first down. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little...
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
That is not an easy situation if you're an offensive lineman. You're second and third and long because you know the D-line, they're coming. They know you're throwing the football. As an O-lineman, you better get out of your stance and get your hands up and punch and not miss. Because if you do, then that's what happens right there.
Lets it fly. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Gators with the 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Pulls it in. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
They're running the curl route against zone coverage. The quarterback knows that's going to be a tight window. He's got to rifle that ball into his wide receiver. He does just that, and as a result, they pick up the first down.
A strike downfield. And he didn't squeeze it. It's loose. Oh, look what I found. The offense keeps it.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
This offense has put on a display in the first. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Gator. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in the groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll run it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Now the play fake. Trying to beat the D deep. Picked off. Takes it the other way. The 30. Running inside the 20. And he gets the interception and finally run out of bounds, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Gators will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Snap it to the back. He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They can really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. From the gun, wants to pass. Working that left side now. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Awesome job there on third down by the QB, working through his progressions. He wanted to go downfield, but the defense took everything away. So his eyes come down, he finds the drag route underneath, makes a good throw, and his guy does the rest to pick up the first.
Got it set up on the outside. Still running at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of him.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
You know, when you're running counter, those offensive linemen crashing down, they've got to be able to pin those interior D linemen. They couldn't get it done there. They gave up too much penetration, and that led to the tackle for loss.
Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Gets rid of it. That pass is incomplete. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. And this junior loves to show off that big arm. That's not at all where he intended to go with the ball on 3rd and long, but it worked out beautifully.
And the frustrating thing, Reese, is from a defensive perspective, I want you to throw it to the running back. I don't want to take away the main targets, the ballers on the outside. You do what I want you to do, and you still make the big play, get the huge first down on 3rd and long.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give to the back. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to get it through the air. Keeps looking downfield. Got out of trouble and throws. Finds his big tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
And the Golden Bears brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first.
Man, I'm 4th and 2. I'm looking at my offensive line. I'm like, you got to give me just a little slither. Great job by the offensive line, blocking up just enough to get the first down, running physically downhill. That's all you want on those 4th and 2 situations.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. He's looking to throw. Using his feet to buy time. Touchdown, Golden Bears! You thought they were done. example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Indiana went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Hoosiers always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Hand off from the shotgun. They get him on the ground at the 36 after a pickup of 5.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Going downfield for the big play. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, passing incomplete.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Lets it fly. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Going to try to get it himself. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. After misfiring, it's 2nd down. He'll do it himself. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Brings up 3rd down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Florida 28, Cal.
Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it in the end zone! Touchdown, Florida! He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. They'll try the run. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Ready,
Line getting set on second down. Sticks it in his belly. The Golden Bears will move the sticks with the first down.
Well, this defense has to know that this fullback, he's not just a blocker. He's a guy that can carry the football as well. He went ahead and got that first down.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. The give to the lone running back. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. And the Golden Bears moving quickly to the line. He wants to throw here on second down. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
This quarterback right now is in a groove. He's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. The Golden Bears will move the sticks.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on second and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the fourth quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
Gonna take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper. Understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. Looking deep. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's fourth and long. Like, it's one thing if it's fourth and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Yeah, and unfortunately in the fourth quarter, losing, you got to put the foot on the accelerator. You got to make something happen. So I get they had to be aggressive and go for it. They just can't seem to get this offense to make plays when they need it the most.
Going over the top. Makes the catch and a huge play on the left side. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. On first and 10, trying to strike from the 15. He wants to throw. Floating away. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the first down. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's at hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I...
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Gators!
Game one, you want to come out, put drives like that together, score a bunch of points, and especially at home. Give your home crowd something to get excited about. They have today. They've been jacked up, and they're going to go 1-0.
And the kicking team's going to call a timeout. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. Slips through the line. Guided out of bounds at the 32 after a good return. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. He's going to pass. Fires to the right. And he's lucky to get that one back. This junior quarterback knows better than to try that too often.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Throws toward the end zone. And they will score. Touchdown, Cal!
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Now on first down from the 28. He's looking to throw it. Feeling some heat. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
A loss of 11 on the play. Brings up second down.
After the big first down sack for the D, it's second down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He's back to throw on second down. Slings it downfield. He's got an open man. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop. We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He's got the tight end. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball. And because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back to back.
From the gun, looking for a man. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
This quarterback is having a day, man, and right there he was looking for touchdown pass number 5. He has been dialing it up. He's been throwing strikes. We haven't seen him miss very much like he did just there, but what a game this dude is having.
If they can pick up a yard here on second down, that might put this one in the books. He's looking to throw. Touchdown, Florida! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
And how about everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved? This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. They're just about ready to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Now adjusting. And it's on the ground. And the defense snatches it, and they're trying to flip the field. Touchdown, Gators! Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble. What a play by the defense there. Loose football, country fumble, pick it up with room, scoop, and score.
No doubt, country versus city. When it's a country fumble, nobody around, I got to pick that puppy up and do some damage with it. Nice job seeing the situation, scooping it up, making a play.
They're out there to kick it off. The return team must rivet that ball to their rib cage. Can't afford another turnover. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive.
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Looking for more room. He's at the 20. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Touchdown, Florida! And the stomping has commenced.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This is the football equivalent of throwing in the towel or no mas, as they will concede defeat. And the quarterback takes a knee. The old coaching cliche, go win or no every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you wanted to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the play.